and I've said this all along the way, Brad, like one of the biggest, most unimaginable things for me is that I write a show that when people hate it, it forces them back into their Bibles. And when it's good, it forces them back into their Bibles. We have so many people who have pored over a book or verse or chapter and who've come to us and said, you guys had the Passover in this season, but it wouldn't have been then because you showed there's no foliage on the trees. And we're like, dang,
the very fact that it got them into the Word was the win.
Yes, like keep looking for that stuff. We're gonna screw up all over the place, but we're not trying to deceive. Yeah. That's not why we put Passover there. We're trying to, we're trying to worship, and we're trying to show through these characters the joy and wonder and just miraculous light that book makes us feel.
Are you a Bible reader in your own life?
Yeah, I have to be. I am in the Bible every day for work, but I have to because I will die without it. And so for me, it's been such a blessing to be able to read the words on the page, stop intellectualizing them, and try to personalize.
Yeah.
Get to ground level. Think about how dusty an area might have been. What's it like to be at the docks in Magdala? So when I see a story, I'm like, this would be great. It's an invitation that God is giving me to get in there and try to see it in 3D.
So what are some stories you've heard of how people have been impacted by the show?
I mean, the big one is anytime anyone says they're now reading the Bible, that's mind-blowing, right? Like, I didn't think I would ever work in Hollywood, like from where I grew up, but forget that. And the idea that like something that I'm doing with people who I adore, like I love being with Dallas and Tyler. I love watching our cast, like, bring their talents and their gifts. Our crew just blows me away. One of the most amazing things is to show up on set and see what our designers have done. It's like you had a dream and you woke up and then you stepped into it and it was way cooler than what you dreamt. Hearing stories about people interacting with the family more. This guy got on the plane with a guitar and he was putting his guitar. He's like, "Oh, Chosen, I love that show." I had a sweatshirt on. And he starts talking when he's still standing. He plops down in the chair. And he's like, so my whole family, we used to like watch stuff, and then the kids got old. The older kids got older, the young ones, and that 10 years apart, like it was like we couldn't bridge it with anything. And then The Chosen came, and now my family gets back together on Sundays and we watch, and I'm just like blown away by the story. Like I can't even believe that. Makes me almost like I have a nervous system reaction where I'm like,
what a gift that God let you experience that, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That God would give you that opportunity just to see the impact and how God is using you in this season of your life.
Yeah, man, it makes me emotional. Stuff like that, because that's after what I went through and how hollow it was to, be on the ascent in Hollywood, how little that sort of honored God and honored his gifts. It's just mind-blowing that he stuck with me, like that part is just unreal to me. We got a video the other day of this jail cell in Brazil, overcrowded jail cell, dirt floors. People are hanging their legs and arms outside the bars, watching episode 1, just clamoring at to
incredible
for the good news, and can't even imagine those lows that those folks were facing. Those. Maybe God has something in store for them too. Amen.
Man, it sounds like this experience on The Chosen has drawn you closer to God as opposed to made your ego say, wow, I'm a part of a big hit show. It sounds like it's been the exact opposite.
Yeah, it is a question that we ask. I mean, to the extent that I think God has in measure given us this process as a very slow build, you know? And I think that as we become comfortable with the responsibility of the show having grown some, we're equal parts, like the lift is intense enough for none of us to be able to look too far down the road. So we can go to Chosen Con and, you know, meet 500 people in a day who have an opinion about what we're doing. And it's likely going to be the softest landing you could ever imagine.
Right.
That weekend ends. It's very humbling to have the gospel open to the crucifixion for me. You can't be cynical. Like, you know, I come in and the coffee's cold. I'm sitting down, my back's hurting today. I open it up and I'm going to write about the crucifixion. Like, forget myself. Forget that stuff. Like, we have an audience of one.